There are very few bands that have left as illustrious and long-lasting an influence on the rock genre as Queen has. From the operatic bombast of Bohemian Rhapsody to the stadium-stomping anthems like We Will Rock You, the music of this group has echoed through generations, a monument to the creativity of John Deacon, Brian May, Freddie Mercury, and Roger Taylor. However, time, that relentless drummer, continues to march on. The death of Mercury in 1991 was a tragedy that created a gap that appeared impossible to fill until Adam Lambert came on the scene. Since 2011, Lambert has been the frontman for Queen. He has brought his powerful vocals and theatrical flair to the band's concerts, not as a replacement, but as an energetic collaborator. And now, in the fall of 2025, rumors originating from within the inner sanctum indicate that there is a band that has a strong desire to remake itself. Queen has been collaborating with Lambert in the studio, where they have been previewing new music, and they are considering a revolutionary residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Envision the setting amid London's legendary Metropolis Studios, where the alchemy of Queen once gave birth to classics. It is early September 2025, and the air is filled with the sound of amplifiers and the delicate aroma of Earl Grey, which Brian May claims to be his favorite tea. The riffs that May, the astrophysicist guitarist, plays on his famous Red Special are a musical fusion of the heavenly and the crunchy. Roger Taylor, the strong drummer whose beats have pushed Queen for more than 5 decades, lays down a groove that is tribal yet futuristic. And standing at the microphone is Adam Lambert, a Grammy-nominated solo singer, a Broadway sensation who just appeared in Cabaret, and the energetic frontman for the band Queen. His voice, which is as smooth as velvet and as powerful as a thunderbolt, envelops lyrics that merge the tradition of Mercury with a new sense of urgency. May said in a recent interview with Rolling Stone that he and Adam have been experimenting in the studio, which may be the first indication of new Queen music in years. Not many people are aware of this, but Adam and we have been in the studio trying things, May said. The purpose of these sessions is not to bring back the past. They are intended to bring about growth. They have toured the world to rave reviews, selling out stadiums from Tokyo to Wembley, under the name Queen plus Adam Lambert. However, working in a studio, this land is considered to be sacred. Made in Heaven, which was released in 1995 and was their last full album, was compiled posthumously from the final recordings that Mercury had made. Since then, collaborations such as the album The Cosmos Rocks, which was released in 2008 with Paul Rodgers, have felt like distractions. Things are different in the case of Lambert. His range, spanning from operatic highs to gritty lows, mirrors that of Mercury, but he gives a current edge to his music, informed by his own hits such as What I Want From Me and his advocacy for LGBT+ rights. Envision tracks in which May's guitar intermingles with Lambert's vocals, which have an electronic edge, while Taylor's drums pulse in time with production that is modern. Tempering expectations, May admitted, there are things that are not meant to work, but there is a spark there. Fans are abuzz with excitement following a post from an enthusiastic member of the Lamberts' fandom, who speculates that a sequel to Bohemian Rhapsody may be in the works. Another post suggests that May is working on a ballad about climate change, which is a cause he is passionate about. Why is it time for this to happen? Bohemian Rhapsody, from the album A Night at the Opera, which propelled Queen to fame, will have been 50 years since its release in 2025. The re-release, a luxurious edition, which includes remixes and previously unreleased tracks, is going to be issued in October, fueling the flames of nostalgia. Queen, on the other hand, is not satisfied with merely coasting on past successes. May continues to be a force to be reckoned with at the age of 78. He has recently recovered from a slight stroke and is more resolved than ever to carry on. The feeling that live performance is their lifeblood is expressed by Taylor, who is 76 years old. Lambert, who is 43 years old, provides a link between different generations, and his enthusiasm imbues the band with a sense of life. According to a statement May made to Rolling Stone, the idea of releasing new Queen music with Adam Lambert is always in his thoughts, and he said that sessions had been held that explored innovative compositions, but ultimately encountered creative obstacles. However, the chemistry between the two still sparkles. Lambert's recent homage to Queen at the 2025 Polar Music Prize, in which Lambert powerfully belted out "Who Wants to Live Forever" with chilling LED magic that redefines concerts, this marvel in Las Vegas costs $2.3 billion. It opened in 2023, and it has been the home of a number of events, including U2's immersive Achtung Baby residency and Phish's hallucinogenic spectacles, which envelop spectators in 360-degree images and haptic chairs that vibrate to the bass. Recently, May attended a game of the Eagles there and was blown away. He was filled with excitement at the thought of Queen's entire discography erupting in this future arena. "It would be stupendous," he said enthusiastically. The septuagenarian rockers no longer want to go on tours all over the world. A residency would provide them with stability. May substantiated the claim that, "We are in the process of exchanging dialogue," which spurred rampant conjecture. Fans on forums and elsewhere are elated. They exclaim, "Queen at the Sphere?" "Mind blown," wrote one person on Twitter, envisioning Killer Queen with a holographic Freddy or Under Pressure in perfect time with seismic images. The Sphere is an ideal canvas for Queen to express her creativity on. Pyrotechnics, lasers, and Mercury's capes are all elements that have always been part of their theatrical performances. The 160,000-square-foot screen might portray interstellar vistas for "Don't Stop Me Now," or a Victorian opera theater for "The Show Must Go On." Strutting amid digital fireworks, his vocals boosted by the venue's 167,000 speakers, Lambert would thrive with his glam rock character. A Sphere residency would be perfect for May, who is still enthusiastic about performing live, but less so about circling the globe, according to Brave Words. Taylor could play the drums from a virtual throne, while May's guitar solos might go on forever. And what about Deacon? Despite the fact that he has not been on tour since 1997, his bass lines continue to be fundamental. Perhaps he would participate from a remote location. This relocation is more than just a change in logistics. It is symbolic as well. The city of Las Vegas, which is the city of reinvention, reflects the path that Queen took. They have shown the ability to adjust to change with time, from their performances in pubs in the 1970s to their success at Live Aid in 1985. Lambert received a lot of negative attention for his arrival following American Idol. Purists screamed sacrilege. However, he has earned his place in the spotlight by co-headlining sold-out tours and receiving the permission of Mercury's family. Tracks like A Possible Sphere of Influence, which merge the majesty of Queen with the pop sensibilities of Lambert, may seal this era with new songs. VOI reported Queen considers release of new work, which raised everyone's hopes. There are obstacles in the future. There are obstacles that arise when studio magic is not successfully translated. The warning given by May about things that are not meant to work implies that these challenges could include artistic disagreements or the burden of the shadow of Mercury. The huge stakes of the Sphere, with tickets costing over $500, require excellence. However, the resilience of Queen is still evident. It is all fodder for the flames. May's return to the stage after her stroke in Taylor's lasting vitality. As 2025 begins, Queen is faced with a difficult decision. Do they let the studio tapes collect dust, or do they release a new chapter? The Sphere calls out to them like a siren song, promising to propel their legacy beyond the reaches of the universe. Lambert's falsetto is like a ray of light that illuminates the desert night. Taylor's beats shake the very foundation of the globe, and May's curls are surrounded by a halo of LED light. This is the fantasy of any fan. We truly are the champs, but champions never stop evolving. Queen demonstrates that rock and roll is an everlasting genre, with each riff and each residency serving as a testament to its timelessness in this union of the past and the future.